Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 3 of my Ask Me Anything series. If you're new here, Ask Me Anything is just like a Q&A series that I do. I give you guys a topic and you send in your questions about anything you want to know. So today's topic was just the business side of YouTube, how much money YouTubers make, how they make money, sponsorships, media kits, branding, all that kind of stuff. I got so many questions for this topic, like more than any other topic in the past. So I'm hoping this video is helpful for you. If you missed the first couple of episodes, I'll have them linked down below in the description. But yeah, you guys sent me your questions on YouTube, Curious Cat, and Instagram. So I'll also have those linked down below if you don't already follow me there, because that's where I get my questions for all of these videos. And I'm so sorry if you can hear that. There's, I think it's a lacrosse game happening right now, so I'm just hearing like rap music and the announcer's voice. I'm really hoping my microphone's not picking it up, but if you hear weird things, I'm so sorry. So yeah, I guess we'll start with the more general, broad questions, and then we'll go down to the more specific things. You guys asked like a really wide range of questions too, so this is kind of interesting. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, so the first one is just asking if I'm signed with any kind of management or whatever. The answer is no, I have not signed with anything. I'm all on my own, and especially if you're smaller, I really recommend you don't sign with anyone because you really don't need them. They're not going to help you and they're pretty much just taking advantage of you. Probably the most general of the questions is just how do you make money? So there's a couple of different answers, like different YouTubers do this differently. Personally, I have 4 streams of income that are related to this channel. One is AdSense, so the money that I make off the advertisements on my videos. 2 is affiliate marketing, so those are the links that I have down below in the description. It doesn't change the price of whatever it is, but like if you click on it and you buy something, I'd get like 5 cents commission on whatever you just bought. Number 3 is sponsorships or brand deals, where a company or a service or something will pay you to promote their product. And then the 4th one I kind of lump in here, even though it's not technically YouTube, is just sales that I get off of my book. And I think of that as like a YouTube thing because I'm assuming if you're buying my book, you know about my YouTube channel. That's where most of my audience comes from, I think. There are other ways that you can make money on YouTube. People have like Patreons, or you can be like a member on YouTube now, so you can pay to get like bonus content from your favorite creators and stuff. So I know some people do that. I've never tried that, so I don't really have any experience with that. Okay, so kind of going off of that, people asked, how do you make the money? Is it by views, likes, or subscribers? Also, is it hard? So if we're talking strictly about ads, the best way to calculate that is by views, but even that won't tell you the full picture. There are so many different factors that go into how much money you're gonna make from your ads. Yeah, how many likes or subscribers you have has no effect on this whatsoever, except for like if you have more subscribers, maybe that means you're getting more views. But the actual money that you're making on ads comes from how many views you're getting, but really it comes from how many ads they're putting on your videos. And there are certain types of videos that get more ads or higher paying ads. So if you're in a certain category and you got 5,000 views on a video, but you're in a different category and you got 5,000 views on a video, you guys might not make the same amount of money if you're in a totally different category, if that makes sense. So it really just depends on how long the video is, how much of the video are people watching, how many ads are on the video, what kinds of ads. There are so many different factors, but the short answer to that is it's based on views, not subscribers or likes or anything. I guess that's a good segue to jump to this other question, is what do likes on your video actually do for your channel? So if you've ever been watching a video and the creator's been like, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, helps out my channel a lot. What that really means is videos that have more likes on them, the YouTube algorithm likes that, and they see that as this is a video that people are liking, along with if people are commenting, because it shows engagement. It also depends on watch time, like how much of the video people are watching, but basically the more likes your video gets, the more likely YouTube is to suggest it to new viewers who aren't already subscribed to your channel. So basically liking a video just kind of helps new people find it and helps people's channels grow and get more views and things like that. So that's what likes do. It has nothing to do with money, it just has to do with exposure. So someone asked if I can explain more about how the YouTube algorithm works. This is so complicated and I kind of just touched on that a little bit, and honestly I don't understand it completely. It's kind of similar to the Instagram algorithm where it changes constantly, but basically that just means certain videos on YouTube are favored more, and so they are recommended more, and that's how videos like go viral and everything. That's how you get more views, that's how your channel grows, because new people are finding your content. And so YouTube will do these kind of like experiments. So it'll take your video and it will suggest it to X amount of people, like 100 amount of people. And then if only 5 people out of those 100 people clicked on your video, it might not recommend it again because clearly like your thumbnail wasn't like striking enough, like people weren't really clicking on it. But if they recommend it to 100 people and like 50 people click on this video, they're gonna recommend it to a bunch more, you know? And so things that kind of help with this is if your video just within your subscribers, before it starts like recommending it outside of your fan base, for lack of a better word, if the video is getting a lot of engagement, so a lot of likes, a lot of comments, and if people are watching it for like 50% of the video, if it has a high watch time and a high audience retention, so people are watching the majority of the video, those are other reasons why YouTube might say, hey, this is a good video, let's recommend it to some more people. Hopefully that answered your question. Okay, this was a really interesting thing. I had never heard this before, but like several people asked this. So is this like a common misconception? People asked if you have to meet a specific quota for videos, or once you have a certain number of followers, does that mean that you need to put in a certain amount of videos? No. I mean, I don't know how it works. If you're working with like a management team that like makes you do that, I don't know. But if you're on your own, no. You're completely your own boss in this scenario. If you're gonna post, you have to make yourself do that. Like there's no quota you have to meet or anything like that. I honestly don't even really understand this question, but no, how many videos you post, how frequently you post is completely up to the creator. Although if you're trying to get more subscribers, you're trying to get more views, you're trying to make more money, generally it's kind of understood that you need to post more. Someone asked me about what equipment I use. So if you're just starting out, I really don't recommend you go out and buy really expensive equipment. Just like, please, just don't do that. It's really not necessary. When I first started out, I was literally filming on my phone, not even this phone. I think I had an iPhone 6 at the time. And I kept that up until I think I hit like 1,000 subscribers. No microphone, no lighting, just my phone. And I was using the front-facing camera because I didn't know if the back-facing camera was better. So yeah, definitely do like a trial run. See if this is something that you're actually going to like before spending money and investing in expensive equipment, because you really don't need it. If the videos are good, the videos are good and people are gonna watch them no matter what you're filming with. With that said, you know, speak up. Don't whisper in your videos or people aren't gonna be able to hear you. Sit by a window so the lighting is good and have like a good angle. Don't like be filming from like down here, and just film with what you have until you like figure out if this is a hobby you actually want to stick with and you're enjoying, and make sure this is a hobby that you actually want to stick with even if people aren't watching or even if you're not making money. Because if those are the reasons you're going into it and then you spent like $1,000 on a camera and it doesn't happen, you're gonna be so upset. So do it because you love it and just work with whatever equipment you have. I eventually picked up some more expensive equipment once my channel was making enough money that that money paid for the equipment. With that said, if you're interested in the specific equipment that I use, I have it linked down below in the description of my videos. Someone asked, how long did it take to get your YouTube channel going? That really depends on what you consider to be going. I started in May, the summer after my freshman year of college, and by the end of that summer, I think I hit 1,000 subscribers, so it took me the whole summer to reach that. And the way that my channel has grown has been so weird. It's been like pretty steady, and then it's had two like major influxes because I had like a couple of videos get popular. So I had these like spikes of like a couple of thousand in just a couple of weeks twice. That kind of helps my channel grow, but other than that, it's just been these like steady streams. But at this point, I have been doing this for 2.5, 3 years. It'll be 3 years in May is how long it's taken me to get to this point. Okay, so now I guess we'll start to get into the more like brand deals and sponsorship questions, because there's quite a few of those. Someone asked, how many subscribers did it take before you started to make money? Again, it's not based on subscribers, but I did look back because someone also asked like what my first paycheck was and when I got it and stuff. And so I did go back to the old payments. I had to dig for this information because I honestly couldn't remember, but I went and screenshotted my analytics. So like I said, I started in May of 2016, and that first month of making videos, guess how much money I made in the first month? 34 cents. Nice. And so then I expanded that out to the first summer. That's when I built my first 1,000 subscribers. So in those 3 months, technically like 3.5 months, I made $27.88. And so then I went out to December. So the first 6 months, $66.69. And at this point, you're not even getting paid because Google AdSense does not pay you until you reach a threshold of $100. So this is 6 months of me doing this without making any money, without ever seeing a check. And so then I went out to, when did I get my first paycheck? And this was in March of 2017. 10 months later, I got a check for $112. So yeah, it was very slow going. I have no idea how many subscribers I had at that point. It doesn't really matter. It's all about views and ads and everything that I talked about before. But almost a year before I ever saw a check. And then even after that, I still wasn't getting it monthly because I wasn't meeting that $100 threshold every single month. I do now get paid every month, but it took a long time to build up to that point. Someone asked, how many subscribers did you have when you got your first brand deal or sponsorship? I think I had 2,000. Yeah, before I actually had like a deal that paid me and I didn't just get like books sent to me for free to review. But the first like actual paid deal, I think I had around like 2,000. But it was very rare when I had like 2,000. It wasn't until after I passed 10,000 that they started to come in regularly. And now with where I'm at now, I'd say I'd get probably like 2 to 5 emails like requesting me to partner with companies every day. And obviously I don't do that many sponsored videos, so I turn down, I'd say 95 to 99% of companies that contact me because I just don't think they're a good fit. So that kind of relates to quite a few questions I got, like, is it sometimes tempting to accept sponsorships even if it's not something that you're really interested in, or do you only do sponsorships with companies that you 100% love? Have you ever been asked to promote a product that you really weren't a fan of but you consider doing it anyway? How do you go about choosing which sponsorships you're gonna do? All those kind of questions. So no, I do not partner with a company on here unless it's something that I would pay for with my own money, or if it's something that I genuinely think you guys will be interested in, just because I feel like we've like established this relationship of trust, and I feel like all it would take is me like holding up a product that I clearly don't believe in or like doesn't align with my values or my brand, and you guys would not trust me anymore. And your trust means everything to me, so I would never jeopardize that, and I would never jeopardize my own like integrity or character promoting a product that I don't believe in. It's just not worth it. I would literally feel like sick doing that. So no, that's why I do very, very few sponsorships, because if it doesn't fit with this channel, if it's not something that I would use myself, it's not something that I believe in, then I have no interest in working with them. Someone asked, how many hours a day or week do you have to spend working on videos, and is it worth it from a financial standpoint? No, I actually did the math the other day because I saw this question and I wanted to be prepared for it. I don't know exactly how many hours I spend a week because I make those weekly vlogs every week, and so that filming is so like spontaneous because I do it like throughout the week and it all adds up, and I also edit as I go, so I have no idea how long those take me. But like a regular sit down video will take me anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes to film, and then it can take me anywhere from like 2 to 4 hours to edit, and then like exporting, uploading, doing like the description, editing the thumbnail, promoting on social media. I'd say a standard sit down video, maybe 5 or 6 hours for like a regular one. If it's like more complicated, it could take longer. And so I divided that by how much I make on a video on average, and that means I make $3 an hour. So that is well below minimum wage. So if you're doing this just for the money, get yourself a regular job. You'll make a lot more money with that amount of time that you're putting in, but it's something that I genuinely enjoy doing. Like when I need a break from doing other things in my life, I will edit a video because that's fun for me, so I don't really mind. And that's only taking into account ad money. This is a tangent, but this will probably answer some of the other questions. I make pretty much the same amount of money on ads every single month. Someone asked if it was like, do you make money consistently, like the same amount every month? From ads, yes. From every other avenue, no. Ads are pretty consistent, give or take like $50 within the month. And then there are some months when I do no sponsorships. There are some months when I do like 3 sponsorships. There are some months when my book doesn't really sell that many copies. There are some months when it has like a random surge and I sell like a ton. So literally the only steady stream that I always know is going to be this amount is the ad revenue. I feel like this video is going to end up being really, really long. I'm sorry. I hope this is interesting for you. Someone asked, would you ever consider doing YouTube as a full-time job? No. I know that's something that a lot of people love, and I see the appeal. Like, you get to make your own hours, you're working for yourself, you get to be creative, it's a really fun thing. I love doing it. I just would never want this as my full-time job. One, I would be so bored. I would be so bored. I would hate it. I would go crazy. Also, just like with what comes with a job, all of like the social media and like the validation through like other people's approval and numbers, and like having your success and your livelihood depend on the validation of others. I feel like that is so toxic. Like mental health wise, I don't think I could handle it. I would just be like a 2 in my head. I think I just cannot. I don't think I could handle that. I think that would be really, really bad for me. Someone asked, what do you use to edit your videos? I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to. If you're like new to YouTube and you need a pro tip, I got you. I use Final Cut Pro X, but if you're familiar with the program, it's very expensive, but they give you a 1-month free trial, and I've been using that program since I'd say February of last year, and I'm still using the trial, man. I don't even know. I feel like it's like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for that program. I don't know why $400 is in my head. Either way, it was more money than I wanted to spend, but it's so much better than iMovie. It has so many more features. It's just like, it's so much better. And so here's a pro tip. If you use the trial and it expired, go to the clock on your computer and set it back to the day that you like downloaded the trial, or just like one of the days within the trial when your trial was still valid, just long enough to open up the program, and then you can set the date back to the current date and you can still use it. I've been doing that for over a year. I'll buy it one day. Someone asked, is it actually possible to make a livable income off of YouTube? Yeah, like people do it all the time. Currently what I'm making right now with my current situation, yes, because right now I work 2 jobs and both of them are unpaid, so my only source of income is YouTube and my book and everything like that. But I'm also not paying bills or anything like that. I'm in my last year of college, but I'm on a full ride scholarship, so I don't pay tuition or anything like that. The only thing that I have to pay for is like day-to-day expenses like gas, food, any non-essentials or whatever. So for those like few things that I have to pay for in my life right now, YouTube is enough. But once I graduate and I have to start paying for rent and bills and stuff, it's not gonna be enough. But then again, I am a very small channel. At least I consider myself to be a very small channel, so it's definitely possible. But with what I'm making now, it's not possible. Someone asked, what is something you wish you knew before you started booktube? I wish I knew that I could make whatever videos I wanted to. I wish I knew that I could branch out and do other things other than books, because if you didn't know, I started this channel strictly making book reviews and things about books. And if you look at my content now, I make like a very wide range of content. And so for the first couple of years on here, I felt very pigeonholed into the booktube label, and I felt like I could only make videos about that. And now I just said like, screw it, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and I'm so much happier. So I wish from the beginning I had just been doing whatever I wanted and not caring about how marketable I was, how that would like compromise my brand and confuse my viewers. And I still have people today tell me to just make a different channel for the other content, and I don't want to. I want it all in one place, so that's what I do. Someone asked, what's your favorite product, company, etc. that you have ever got to promote or work with? This is funny because I've had so many cool companies contact me, and I'm always grateful when they're willing to sponsor me and pay me, because I gotta pay for those groceries every week. But still, my favorite thing is just getting a book sent to me from a publisher that I'm like highly anticipating. They don't pay me to talk about it, they just send it to me to read. And when it's a book that I've been like really looking forward to, especially if it's an arc and I get it early, that's still the coolest thing. That's still my favorite thing. Someone asked, how long do you expect to keep doing YouTube, and how long did you think you were going to do it when you first made your channel? Honestly, I didn't think that far ahead when I first started making videos. It was just something that I was so excited to start doing because I'd put off doing it for like 4 or 5 years. I've been watching videos and I'd like wanted to start a channel, but I was just like too afraid to. So when I first jumped in, I was just really excited to start something that I've been waiting so long to start. Now, how long do I expect to keep doing it? I'm gonna keep doing it until it's not fun anymore, because that's what this is for me. It's something that I really enjoy. It's just a hobby. It's a nice little source of income just from doing something that I love. So the moment that it stops being that for me is when I would stop doing it. But I don't see that happening because I really, really like doing this. Someone asked, what's your favorite part of the process of making videos? Is it the filming, the editing, maybe the research beforehand, or maybe working with a sponsor? It's definitely the editing. I don't know why editing videos is really, really fun, and it's really cool to like try and learn new things to try and like new features in Final Cut Pro. And it's something I'm constantly learning and constantly improving because I never took a class on it. I taught myself like how to do literally everything. So I'm constantly learning new things, and that's just really fun. And I got a couple of questions asking about media kits. Most people don't even know what it is. And if you're not like a creator, or if you don't work in this kind of industry, like there's literally no reason why you would know what it is. So like, what is a media kit? How do I create one? How do I go about creating my brand? All of those kind of questions. So a media kit is basically like a resume for your channel or your brand or your company or whatever. Oh my god. Sorry if like the whole frame just changed. I just had an entire ordeal with my memory card. But anyway, I was talking about media kits. Yeah, you can look up a template online if you want to like see what they look like. Basically, all you want to do is include like information about your channel or your company or your brand or something in them. Like, this is the kind of content I do, this is who I am, blah, 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 blah. You want to include your social medias on there and the followings for each of them. You want to include the demographics for your channel. This percent of my audience is female. This percent of my audience is in this age group. This percent of my audience is from this country, that kind of thing. You want to include what services you provide or are willing to do for companies that want to work with you. And then you want to include your rates for those, like how much you charge for each service. And then you want to have all of your contact info on there so they can reach you. And so basically, a lot of times when brands or companies contact you, they'll be like, hey, this is who we are, we love your channel, we want to work with you. Would you send over a media kit with your rates included, and we can talk about partnering together? You'll email them back saying like, yeah, hi, I'm interested, this is my media kit, looking forward to hearing from you, or whatever. And then they'll see what services you offer, they'll see if they're willing to pay your rates, and they'll email you back, and it's this whole process. So yeah, it's not something like super pressing to have if you're still really small, but if you're like constantly getting contacted by companies and stuff who want to work with you, it's something that's nice to have. It doesn't take that long to put together, honestly. It kind of goes into another question that someone had, is what's the proper way to email publishers about receiving ARCs? It seems so intimidating. Yeah, I would just do it. Email is the least personal avenue, so at least you don't have to talk to them on the phone or talk to them in person. You can just write the email and send it. But yeah, I would say like, hi, this is who I am, this is my channel, make sure you link to it, say this is my following. I would also tell them your demographic stats, and also something I forgot to say about the media kit is you should have your channel's stats on there, like how many views do you get in a month? How many subscribers do you have? What's your engagement rate? Like what percentage of your subscribers like actually interact with your content? Like how many people will actually view it, or how many people actually like your Instagram posts or whatever. And so if you're emailing a publisher, I would just say like, this is my channel, these are my stats. Go in knowing specific books that you want to request. Don't just be like, can I be on your PR list? Like say I'm interested in these 2 books that are coming out. And then obviously if you like do a good job with those books, they might just add you to their PR list, but go in with like specific things that you want to ask for. And then I would just add at the bottom like, just in case, here's my address, so they don't have to like go back and forth with you over email. If they're just willing to send you the book, your address is right there, so they can just send it off to you. The worst thing that can happen is they say no, and odds are if they say no, they just won't respond to you, so you'll never have to hear it. But yeah, I would just go for it. You don't have anything to lose. And I guess the last question that I will answer today, because this video is definitely going to be the longest one in this series yet, is do you like making vlogs or sit down videos better? I don't actually know the answer to this one. Vlogs 100% take so much more work because you are constantly filming, you're constantly editing, they're always longer, they always take longer. It's way more work for sure, but you also never have to like formally set up to film. Like I never have to like set up my lighting, set up my tripod, like figure out where I'm gonna film like I do with sit down videos, which I actually like really don't like doing that part. So that's nice. But really my ideal situation is doing a mix of both, because then when I'm sick of vlogging I can do a sit down video, and when I'm sick of sitting down and filming I can go back to vlogging. And so having a balance of both of them keeps me from getting tired of doing one or the other. So yeah, I think I got to everything. If I missed your question, or if there's something else you still want some more answers on, feel free to leave it down below in the comments and I'll answer some more questions down there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have made it this far in the video, I appreciate you so much. And like we talked about earlier, if you liked this video, I would appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, I put up at least 2 or 3 new videos every single week, and I would love to have you. And I will just see you guys in my next video very, very soon. Bye.
So hit me. So hit me. So hit me. First a confession. With you, I feel a connection. With you, it's